Franklin Garza?
Okay, he's here right now. And I'm looking up the court file because it's not on the Attorney General's, but I'm assuming it's set for today on a private motion.
So, Judge, I actually filed a motion for enforcement of possession or access in order to appear back in on May of 2023. And I guess it got routed to Judge Abascal's. Ms. Franklin was served on August 15th of 23, and the return of citation was filed with the court, and then time went on, and we filed motions to set. It wasn't until I filed a motion to withdraw as counsel for Mr. Garza that we ended up with a court setting.
And you might have been set on the motion to withdraw.
Well,
There
the
is
court, sorry to interrupt, the court notice said on all motions.
Okay, there is a motion to transfer. That motion to transfer was filed by Ms. Garza, correct, by Ms. Franklin, correct, Ms. Franklin?
Yes, it was.
All right, so let me just, Ms. Urubaso, let me just kind of briefly,
And so, Judge, at that time when Ms. Franklin filed the motion to transfer venue, Mr. Garza replied with an affidavit controverting the motion to transfer. The original order from 2013 restricted the children to live in Maverick County only. And then I don't believe that was ever lifted.
Ms. Cáceres, let me take up some procedural matters first.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm looking at the court file. It is not on the Attorney General's docket this morning. So I need to inform Ms. Urubaso. I don't know if Ms. Urubaso, you obtained, or the Office of the Attorney General did obtain an order. So you all might have an interest in the case. It was signed on July the 8th, 2013. Do you need an OAG number, Ms. Urubaso?
No, Your Honor, we've already got that.
All right, so the last order was signed on July 2013. So the procedure matter I would like to take up, Ms. Because it has to be on the record. Ms. Cáceres, is you filed a motion to withdraw, or are you going to be urging the motion?
Well, Judge, the communication between my client and I has broken down, I believe in large part due to this case not being set. And then, he went off on another, like, not satisfied with my representation, so I don't feel comfortable representing him anymore.
Okay, so we'll do that procedural matter first. Mr. Garza, apparently what happened is it might have taken a while to get a setting because they sent it to the referring court until it finally ended up here. And Ms. Cáceres had filed a motion to withdraw, and she is urging it this morning. Do you have any questions, Mr. Garza?
No, I don't have any questions, Your Honor.
Okay, because I'm gonna let her withdraw unless you have any objections to that.
No objections.
All right, Ms. Cáceres, thank you very much. Your motion to withdraw is granted. If you submit an order, there might be one in the file, but if you submit an order, I'll sign it.
Okay, thank you.
You are excused. Thank you, Ms. Cáceres. All right, Mr. Garza and Ms. Franklin, before we proceed, Mr. Garza, were you ready to proceed on the motion to transfer?
No, Your Honor. Was not ready to proceed on the motion to transfer. Are you meaning to transfer it out of Maverick County?
Yes. Let me get right back to you. I'll be right back, Ms. Urubaso.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let me just look up the case file. Ms. Urubaso, did you get notice of the motion to transfer?
Your Honor, we did not. As far as I know, I don't see. No, we don't have anything. But we're continuing to check that file, Your Honor, as let's see if we.
All right, Mr. Garza and Ms. Franklin, let me just advise both of you, and you more particularly, Mr. Garza. Ms. Franklin filed what we call a motion to transfer And that's what we were here for today. The motion to transfer. And she's requesting, hold on, it's taking forever to upload. She's requesting that the case be transferred in, well, to Bexar County. And Miss Franklin, do you both of you raise your right hand? Do each of you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
I do.
All right, you may put your hands down. Ms. Franklin, you have filed a motion to transfer this case to Bexar County. Your motion does state that the child resides in Bexar County. Is that where you reside, in Bexar County?
No, also in the paperwork, it did say may determine the children's primary residence without regard to geographic location. So basic.
No, we're not taking up the issues of the case yet on the motion
Okay.
to modify. I'm looking at the motion to transfer
Uh-huh.
that you filed. So procedurally, those have to be brought up first.
Okay.
You filed something and your
Yes.
petition, and let me just kind of briefly tell you, hold on. It doesn't state that it was filed at the district clerk's office September 29th, 2023. That statement says that the child was residing in Bexar County and you were asking that this case be moved to Bexar County.
Yes.
Is the child residing in Bexar County right now?
So I'm not able to give that information up front only because I'm on the confidentiality program with the attorney generals.
Okay.
So if I can send it to you through the messages if you'd like.
No, this is a court hearing.
Okay.
So you filed the motion to transfer venue.
Yes.
So without disclosing, and just so you understand, because he did file a controverting affidavit. And Mr. Garza, your controverting affidavit just doesn't talk about venue. A controverting affidavit, if you are objecting to the transfer order, if you're objecting that the motion to transfer to Bexar County not be granted, you have to file a controverting affidavit and prove that she obviously doesn't reside in Bexar County, that she's still residing here. So the affidavit you filed is insufficient. I'm assuming that at that time, maybe you had Ms. Cázares or you didn't. And Ms. Franklin, you have to prove, the only thing we're hearing today is the motion to transfer venue.
Yes.
If you are asking that this case be moved to Bexar County, now remember, you filed it back in 2023, so the circumstances may have changed. So what the court is going to do is, if you still want it transferred to Bexar, you're going to have to tell me that the child resides in Bexar County. And so I think it's probably best that both of you, that I reset it so you all can get advice from an attorney or do a little bit of research. I'll be right back.
Ms. Franklin, we don't have, the Office of the Attorney General does not have a copy of your motion to transfer. So you need to probably send that to our office.
Okay.
Let me give you our email address.
Okay. Give me just a second so I can get a pen and paper. Okay, ready when you are.
Okay, the email address is C as in cat, S as in Sam, D as in dog, dash legal, the full word LEGAL dash 208 at oag.texas.gov. 1 second. Just get some. Actually, we don't have any pleadings at all. So there was a motion to transfer and a motion to modify? Is that what's happening?
I can look it up. I have a motion to transfer that was filed on September 29th, 2023. And then, hold on. Motion to withdraw, which was already
Mm-hmm.
heard. And then there was a motion for enforcement of possession that was filed before you all filed yours. And remember, you got an order on yours already. So the motion for enforcement of possession and access was filed by Mr. Garza, obviously, was filed by Ms. Cáceres. He allowed her to withdraw, so he has to proceed on the motion for enforcement. So I definitely, hold on, let me just check something. Mr. Garza, you don't have an attorney. You had Ms. Cáceres, and she was allowed to withdraw. So what we have pending in this case, because the Office of the Attorney General did obtain their order. Well, no, that was an exhibit. Your order was obtained back in 2013, Ms. Urubaso.
Yes, Your Honor.
From
And
the time that you all obtained your order in 2013, there was a motion for enforcement filed by Ms. Cáceres on behalf of Mr. Garza. It's a motion for enforcement of possession on the visitation issues. That was filed in May of 2023. Ms. Franklin filed a response to that. She filed an answer to the motion for enforcement, and she also filed a motion to transfer venue. So, first of all, let me advise both of you. Ms. Franklin, we first of all have to proceed on the motion to transfer venue because that's done first procedurally. If it doesn't get transferred, then we hear the rest of the case. If it does get transferred, then it gets transferred, and then the court that's going to be changed to will hear the case. So because you don't want to tell me where you reside, I think you're going to have to prove, and you're asking that it be transferred to Bexar County without giving you legal advice. If the circumstances have changed and you're not going to urge your motion to transfer to Bexar County, we can hear it. You'd have to waive or non-suit your motion to transfer. I'm not expecting you to do that without you, I can give you a reset so that you can consult an attorney to decide what's best for you. Mr. Garza, you filed a motion for enforcement, but the motions for enforcement that Ms. Cáceres filed on your behalf is asking for jail time. And so before we go any further, she does have to be read her rights. She has a right to an attorney, and those involve in-person hearings unless Ms. Franklin waives it, and we can do it remotely the way we are today, because it's convenient to you all.
Understood.
So I think it's best, since you all have filed your own motions and they were done in 2023, that you probably take a couple of weeks, review the paperwork you filed, decide if you're going to amend your paperwork and change it in any form. And so I'm going to go ahead and reset. Do either one of you have any questions? If you all have an agreement, you all can talk to each other, and if you have an agreement on either the motion to transfer or the case itself, the motion for enforcement of possession, we can entertain it, but it's only by agreement. But I think it's probably best that since they were filed in 2023, that you be allowed to amend your paperwork. But do you have any questions, Mr. Garza?
I do, Your Honor. If I'm wanting to object to the transfer, what is it that I need to file?
Okay. That's the tricky question because I can tell you what you have to file.
Okay.
And this part is not tricky. If you are objecting to a motion to transfer venue because her motion states that she's been residing in Bexar County for 6 months or more before it was filed, and where she's residing today, then you have to file a controverting affidavit stating she does not live in that county. And so I'm not sure what to tell you because she kind of alluded, and then she decided she didn't want to because of non-disclosure and family violence or what have you. But Ms. Franklin, your motion to transfer venue is specifically for Bexar County. So if you don't reside in Bexar County, you have to change the paperwork. You have to change the paperwork. And you're gonna have to serve him with a copy. Once you get a copy, Mr. Garza, you'll know whether she's still asking to change the county and to what county. And then you can file a controverting affidavit showing that she does not live or has not lived in the county 6 months prior to the time of filing this case. And that's what a controverting affidavit is. You filed one and the title was controverting affidavit, but the body was talking about the possession and all that.
Okay.
And so I don't know whether you all really should consult an attorney to kind of help you with that, or if you're going to do it pro se, that's fine. But
Okay.
did I answer your question, Mr. Garza?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for explaining that for me. The reason why I'm wanting to keep it in Maverick County is because I do not know where my children reside, and she does not provide that information to me. So I wanted to keep it where it all started.
Okay. And that may not be the basis of her transfer motion. So it's not whether it's easier for you to have it here, but I would wait until she serves you with her amended motion to transfer, because then you'll know whether she's in Maverick County, residing in Maverick County. Ms.
Okay.
Franklin, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, then I'm going to give you all a reset date. Let's see, we can do September 23rd is a rather light docket, but I don't know if you all will, that gives you enough time to consult with an attorney. That's just like in 2 weeks. So we can do October.
What days do you have in October?
October the 14th.
That works for me.
All right, October the 14th, that gives you enough time to amend your paperwork and file it at the district clerk. And then serve the opposing party. If you file any motions, you do have to serve Mr. Garza under the rules of civil procedure, and Mr. Garza, same for you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, then we'll see you October the 14th. It will be remote as well. Unless you have any objections, it will be remote, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank
And
you.
that will be at 8:30. So the number that you use to log in is the same number you're going to use this morning. So October the 14th at 8:30, you log in the same way with the same number.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. You are excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.